Today we will cover a game between Mikhail Tal and Julian Kremer from 1955. In this game, Tal had the white pieces. Let's check out this game. Also at the end of this video, I have an interesting chess puzzle for you. First, let's check out this game. So Julian with the white pieces opened with e4. Now we have c5 by Tal, going for the Sicilian defense, and now knight f3 and d6. So d4, striking the center, the main line of Sicilian, and now c captures on d4, knight captures on d4, and now knight f6. Knight to c3 and a6 by Tal, neither variation of Sicilian. Bishop to g5 and now e6. Queen to f3 now. And now h6, just attacking the bishop, and now bishop captures on f6. Queen captures on f6, and in this game we have already queen trade. Queen captures on f6 and g captures on f6. In this position, white just castles. And now knight to d7 by Tal, just preparing knight to c5, and now bishop to e2, and now h5, not allowing him to this bishop to come to g4, and now king to b1. This is a good move because black will always try to play bishop to h4, bishop to h6 with check, and now b6 by Tal. We have rook to d3. In this position, white played rook to d3. Instead of rook to d3, the best move in this position actually f4. This is the best move recommended by the engine, because after f4 you can also play f5 and striking the center. But white played rook to d3, and now we have bishop to b7 by Tal, and now rook to h3. Now attacking this pawn twice, so you have to defend that one. Tal played h4. Now we have knight to f3. Now again attacking this pawn twice, and now we have knight to c5. Now Tal is threatening to capture this pawn. Now we have bishop to d3, just protecting this pawn. Now we have bishop to e7, is developing the bishop, and now rook to e1, adding more defender to this pawn, and now king to d7, just nicely connecting rooks, and now rook captures on h4, grabbing the pawn, and now rook captures on h4 by Tal, and now knight captures on h4. And Tal played f5. Now there is a discovered attack from the bishop on the knight, so you have to move your knight. White played knight to f3, and now f captures on e4. So knight captures on e4, and now f5. In this position, white played knight e to d2, but actually instead of knight e to d2, you should capture this knight, because this knight is a very strong piece here. This is attacking this bishop, also protecting this bishop. For the moment, this knight is excellently placed here, so you must capture this knight. Also, this is the best move recommended by the engine. But white played knight e to d2, and now b5. So Tal is just pushing his queen side pawn, and now g3 by white. Just preparing h4, and now bishop to f6. h4 now, and now knight to a4. Now there is a double attack on this pawn, so I could defend that one. White played c3, and now rook to c8 by Tal. In this position, white played bishop to c2. You can pause the video here, find the move that Tal played. There is interesting move in this position. You can pause the video and find the move that Tal played. If you found knight captures on c3, then this is not the move that Tal played. Tal actually played knight captures on b2. Because after knight captures on b2, we have king captures on b2. Now rook captures on c3. For the moment, sacrificing the knight for the two pawns. Now there is a double attack on this knight. So I have to do something. Actually, in this position, the best move for white is bishop knight to e5 with check. Bishop captures on e5. So this is the position that happened in the game, but after rook to c8 by Tal, actually the best defensive move for white is rook to c1, because after rook to c1, black can capture this pawn on b2. Now we have king captures on b2 and now b4, just attacking this pawn, and now you can play knight to c3. And in this position you can never play d5, because if you play d5, then actually if you play d5, then actually you lose the rook. So this is not possible. So d5 is not possible. So the best move here is actually bishop captures on c3 with check. Now king to b3 and now bishop to d5, just pinning the knight. Now you can play knight to g1, just preparing knight to e2. Now a5, knight to e2 and e4 with check. King captures on a4 and now bishop captures on c3 and now bishop captures on c4 by white, and rook captures on c4. Now going to b3, just attacking the rook. Now after the rook moves, you can capture the bishop. B captures on c3, then you can push your pawn. This is a position, and this is equal position, quite equal position for both, but rook to c1 is a must played move in this position. Actually it is the best move recommended by the engine in this position, but rook to c8 was not played in the game. So white played bishop to c2. After bishop to c2, the scene is totally different. Here Tal just captures the pawn. The knight captures on b2 and now king captures on b2. The rook captures on c3, attacking this knight twice. So you have to do something. So white played the base move in this position. Now bishop captures and rook captures on e5. Now if you immediately capture this rook, then white will simply capture this rook and white is up a piece now. So after this rook captures on e5 by white, you should play rook captures on c2 with check. After king captures, then you captures the rook, and now we have king to c3 by white. Now bishop to d5 by Tal, and now a3. Now we have a5 and now f3. The king to e7 by Tal and now g4. The king to f6, just improving the position of the king, and now king to c2. We have e4 now, and now g5 with check. The king to g6 and now f captures on e4. The bishop captures on e4. And in this position you can never capture this knight. Never capture this bishop, because if you capture this bishop, then f captures on e4. After you play c3, e5. This is just a possible line I am showing that was not played in the game. We have king to c2 and now b4. E captures on b4 and e captures on b4. King to d2, b3, king to e3, b2, king captures on b2, king captures on e4, and now going to b1 with check. So this is a totally lost position for white. So here knight captures on e4 is not an option. So white played king to c3, and now we have bishop to d5. Now king to d4 and now b4. The b captures on b4, e captures on b4 by Tal, and now king to e5. The b3 by Tal, and now king to f4. The b2 just pushing the pawn, and now knight to b1 and now bishop to So after A captures on B4, we have A captures on B4 by black, and now actually in this position is a move number 40. In this position, Julian Creamer designed the game. Actually, this is a lost position for white. Let me show you how. Because after A captures on B4, white just resigned. He resigned because white play some move like king to E5. Now we have B3, king to F4, B2. Now we have knight to B1. Now you can play bishop to A2, just adding the knights. You have to move it. Knight to D2. Then you can bring your queen into the game. Now we have knight captures on B1, bishop captures on B1, and now king to E5, and now we have bishop to A2. King to F4, D5 now, king to E5, king to H5 by black, king to F4, bishop to C6, king to G3, E5, king to F2, king captures on H4, G6, F4, king to E2, E4, F7 is not a problem because black can always play bishop to D5 to guard that G8 square. So bishop to D5, and now king to F2, and now king to H3, king to E2, and now king to G3. Now I have king to D2, F3 now, king to A1, king to F2, F2 is check. Now I have king to D1. Now this is totally a lost position for white. So after A captures on B4, white just resigned the game. So that was the game. I hope you enjoyed that one. Now is a puzzle time. Black to play and win in this position. Find the best move for black and put your answer on the comment section. If you enjoy my content, then please subscribe, and thank you for watching.